Hello students, I am Reena. Welcome to Math Fam. Today we'll take CBSE Board past paper multiple choice questions from one of the set. This is from 2023. So let us start here. You should know that before starting there will be always 20 questions of multiple choice question. In that multiple choice questions here 20 of one marker question, it will give you 20 marks, which is weightage is going to be 25%. Other than that, there are 18 MCQs and there will be two assertion reasoning questions based on, again there will be MCQ options will be there, right? So let us start with the first question here. What is given here? Y equals to px, given for the polynomial px. So this is a polynomial, the number of zeros from px. Now this one, if you see, it's a downward parabola and number of zeros are always equals to the graph is cutting x-axis at how many places. So if you see, this graph is touching x-axis, cutting x-axis only at one place, so there will be only 1 0. So your option B is your right option. So this is the second question, is based on linear equation. Here what do we, it's given here, find the value of for k, where the pair of equation is kx equals to y plus 2 and 6x equals to 2y plus 3 has infinitely many solution. Now infinitely many solution, what is the condition? You know, a1 by a2 should be equals to b1 by b2 should be equals to c1 by c2. Now look at here the coefficients. If I take it here, it is k by 6, which is equals to here 1 by 2, which should be equals to here 2 by 3. But if you see here, 1 by 2 is not equals to 2 by 3. That means these two equations cannot have infinitely many solutions. So that is why you will say does not exist. For infinitely many solution, this equation is not correct. It is for parallel line, because the first two of them are equal, not equals to the third ratio, right? So this is your option number B is the right option. Now go for the third question here. It's given in AP. So this question is from arithmetic progression. It says if p minus 1, p plus 1 and 2p plus 3 are in AP, then find out the value of p here. Now remember here, because these three terms are in AP, right? So what is the rule are you going to take it here? The common difference is always same, which can be A2 minus A1 can be equals to A3 minus A2. So how do we take it here? You can take here, if I'm taking here 2p plus 3 minus here p plus 1 can be equals to A2 minus A1 will be here p plus 1 minus p minus 1. Only you need to be careful here with the sign, right? While opening the bracket, your sign will change. Minus p minus 1 is equals to p plus 1 minus p plus 1. Right now, like terms here, 2p minus p will become p plus 2, which is equals to, this gets cancelled here, equals to 2. So what is your value of p here? If you take it here, 0, right? So value of p is 0, means option number C is the right option. Now after that, question number 4, what is given here? In what ratio does x axis divide the line segment joining the points here A and B, right? And what is the rule here? If I'm, what ratio means, I need to find out the ratio. I can take it as k is to 1. So here, if this is A, this is B, and if I'm taking here 3 comma 6 and minus 12 comma minus 3, and P is the point here. Now x axis divides, right? X axis means what should be the coordinates of P? It is always here, y coordinate will be 0, and what ratio? We always take ratio as k is to 1. Now how do we solve this kind of question here? You know that section formula I can apply here. What is the section formula? M1 x2 plus M2 x1 by M1 plus M2. That is your x coordinate, right? And the y coordinate is going to be M1 y2 plus M2 y1 by M1 plus M2, right? This is your y coordinate. Now what are you going to compare? If you'll see here, because x is unknown, right, and here ratio also will be unknown, so you need to compare y with y coordinate. So just take directly here, 0 will be equals to, here if I take it here, it will become, I will take only the y coordinates. So m1 y2, it will become minus 3k plus 6 by k plus 1. Now this will go that side, so it will be minus 3k plus 6 is equals to 0, or 3k equals to 6. So k value will be 2, right? Now k value is 2 because k is nothing but m1 is to m2. So it is 2 is to 1, which is nothing but your ratio is going to be 2 is to 1. Your option number D is the right option. Okay, so this question is from coordinate geometry. Now, next question, you can see that it is from circle. It says in the given figure, PQ is a tangent to the circle, right? And at the center is O. Now, angle AOB, it's given already, it's a 95 degree. Then you need to find out the measure of ABQ. This angle you need to find out. How will you get it here? Always remember, whenever there are two radii included, you can take it this as an isosceles triangle. So by using angle sum property, I can find out these two angle which is going to be equal. So we take here 180 minus 95. So here you can do here 180 minus 95, which is 85 degrees. So angle A, right, and which is equal to angle OBA, it is going to be 85 by 2. Now, how do we get 85 by 2 here? If we take 42.5 degrees, now this angle here, it is 42.5. And one more property you should remember, tangent is always perpendicular to the radius. So total is 90. To get the answer, we can do 90 minus 42.5 degrees here. And so the answer is going to be 47.5 degrees. So what is the answer here? Option number A is your right option. What is the next question here? If you will see here, question number 6, it is from trigonometry. It says that if 2 tan theta is 3, then you need to find out the value of this, right? So question number 6, there are two ways to do it. I can take here tan A will be equals to 3 by 2. You can then use here the right triangle and you can get it here, because if I take this as angle A, then it can be 3x by this, right? And you can get the value as this as 9 plus 4, it will be 13 root 13x square, which is root 13x. What is the other way? If I want to use the identities, I can divide here this value, divide both numerator and denominator by cos A, right? So what can we edit here? It will be 4 sine A by cos A. Each term you are going to divide by cos A plus 3 cos A by cos A, right? Divided by here it will be 4 sine A by cos A minus 3 cos A by cos A, right? Now after that, if you do the cancellation, you will get it here. This gets cancelled, this also gets cancelled, so you will be left with 4 tan A plus 3 by 4 tan A minus 3, right? And tan A value you can directly substitute, which is 3 by 2. So 4 times here 3 by 2, it will become 6, right? 3 by 2 plus 3 by 4 times 3 by 2 minus 3. So this one is 2s are here also 1 2s are, so 6 plus 3, it's going to be 9. 9 by here again it will be 6 minus 3 is 3. So what is your answer here? Answer is 3. So your option number C is the right option. Correct. Next question, question number 7. What is given here? Alpha and beta are two zeros, and this is the polynomial x square plus x minus 1. We need to get the value of this. Now here this is from the polynomial. What is the rule you remember here? Alpha plus beta is always minus b by a, right? And alpha beta is c by a. So if I take here minus b by a, what will be the value here? It will be here minus 1, because the coefficient of x is 1. It's going to be minus 1 by 1, which is minus 1. And c by a is nothing but your minus 1 by 1, that is also minus 1. Now how to get here 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta here? You can take here 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. You can find out the LCM. It will be alpha plus beta plus alpha by alpha beta. Now substitute value here, minus 1 by minus 1. If you take it here, it will be positive 1. So what is your right option? Option A is the right option. Now next question, it says here, what is the next question? The least possible value of k for which the quadratic equation here 2x square plus kx minus 4 has rational root, right? So first thing you should know, how do we get the rational root? Rational roots, you get it here if you remember the quadratic formula here. Discriminant here, it is b square minus 4ac, and if you take the quadratic formula, minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a, right? This is your quadratic formula, and you should remember, whenever this discriminant value is a perfect square, then only you can get here the rational number, otherwise this value will be an irrational number, and adding, subtracting rational and irrational, you always get irrational number. So here my D needs to be, which is B square minus 4AC, should be perfect square, right? It should be a perfect square. So how are we going to solve it here? First, you will get here discriminant. What is the discriminant here? K square minus, then negative here, your A is 2, C is minus 4. So this one will become plus 32. Now you know that here let this value be M square because it must be perfect square. So K square plus 32 is equals to M square. Now take K square to the right side. It is M square minus K square is equals to 32. Now, how do we solve it? Because there are two unknown, I can do the factorization. M plus k times m minus k is 32. Now, product of two numbers should be 32. So, using trial and error method, I can take here 4 times, here 8, right? So that is 32. And by doing the comparison, I can write down here m plus k is equals to 4 and m minus k is equals to 8, right? Now this is nothing but linear equation in two variable. If you simplify, you just need to add here. If I subtract, I can directly get the value of k because we don't need to find out value of m. So this will become here positive and here this one will become negative 8. This gets cancelled. K plus k, it's a 2k. 2k equals to here minus 4, right? So k is going to be here minus 2. So what is the right option here? But they are saying here least positive value of k. But when I'm doing this, I'm getting k negative value, right? So what can you do here? What is the other way you can do it? So this is not possible. So what I need to take it here? Or I can take here, this is your case 1, right? Because you don't know how you are going to get the value of k positive or it can be negative. So now in this case, what I'll take here? M plus k I'll take 8 and m minus k I can take it as 4. Now again you subtract here, this is subtraction positive, this is here negative. So k plus k, it's 2k, right? So it's a 2k and 8 minus 4 is 4. So you have to see that because you are getting your negative value, that is why you can't consider. So the other value k can be equals to 2. So what is your right option here? If you see, option number B is your right option. So this question is little bit different, right? Now next question, it is trigonometry. You will just substitute the value. You should know tan 30, sec 45 and sine 60. So what is the value here? If I substitute 3 by 4 times, you know that tan 30 is 1 by root 3, so the whole square will become 1 by 3 minus sec is the reciprocal of cos. So cos 45 is 1 by root 2, so sec 45 will be root 2 whole square because this is root 2, right? This value sec 45 root 2 whole square will be 2 and sine 60 is nothing but root 3 by 2, so whole square is going to be plus 3 by 4. After this 3 and 3 gets cancelled, so this is 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. It can be 4 by 4, which is nothing but minus 2 plus 1. So answer option number A is going to be right option, which is minus 1. Now go for the next question. It says curved surface area of a cylinder. This is surface area volume question here. With height is given, surface area is given. So what is the formula here? 2 pi RH is equals to, it's given 94.2. We need to find out the radius by taking pi as 3.14. Here the main thing is only the calculation. So substitute 3.14 times here height is 5 times r I don't know, so 94.2. Now if I do the transposition, what do we get it here? Here r can be equals to 94.2 by here 2 times 3.14 times 5. Now you can do one more thing here. 5 2s are 10. So it can be written as 31.4 also. So directly in this place here I can write down 31.4. Right? Now I can multiply by 10 or you can just move both one place to the right. So 942 by 340. This is ones are, threes are. So what is the right option here? 3 centimeter, which is option number B. So your next question here, question number 11. It's based on statistics. It says the distribution given below are the marks obtained by 80 students on a test. right? Now here, whenever you see less than or more than table, you know that the frequency is nothing but cumulative frequency. So whatever they have given here, it's cumulative frequency. You need to find out first the corresponding frequency, because you need to find out the model class. Model class means it's going to be the highest number of students in whichever class interval is there, that is going to be a model class. So less than 10 means I can take here 0 to 10, it will be 3 only. Here it will be 10 to 20, because less than 20 will include less than 10 also. So I have to remove. You can do here 10 minus 12 minus 3, it is going to be 9. Then here it will be 20 to 30. 20 to 30 will have less than 20, you will remove. 27 minus 12, you will get it as 15 here. So I am getting here frequency from the cumulative frequency. Then less than 30 can be 30 to 40. You can do 57 minus 27, it is going to be 30. And then 40 to 50 can be 75 minus 57, it is 18, right? And if I take it 80 minus 75, which is 50 to 60 class interval, it is going to be 5. Now out of this, if you will see, the highest frequency is there. Here highest frequency is 30 number of students, so the corresponding class will be 30 to 40. So your option number C is the right option. After that, next one here, what is given here? The curved surface area of a cone. So again, this question is based on surface area volume. So here question number 12. How do we take it here? Curved surface area of a cone is nothing but CSA of a cone is pi RL. Now, if you see, only height and radius is given. So, what is the relationship between here? If I take it height, radius, and slant height, because I need to find out here slant height. So, I can use Pythagoras theorem. L square is equals to R square plus H square, and this is given 24. Height is 24 square and radius is given 7 centimeter. So I can take it here 7 square. So when you simplify here, it will be 49 plus 576. And when you add here 49, it is going to be 65. It will be 625. So what is your L? If I take it here, will be square root of 625. So L is nothing but 25 centimeter. Now you already have pi, right? So pi value is 22 by 7. Then here you can substitute R value as 7 times 25, right? And 25 twos are 55, 55. So answer is going to be 550 square centimeter. Right now, after that, next question is based on coordinate geometry here. So question number 13, if I take it here, how do we take it here? Question number 13, we need to find out here distance between 2 points. Now, what is the distance formula? Root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So this is your x1, y1 coordinates, and this is your x2, y2 coordinates. I can do x2 minus x1 will be minus 2. Root 5 minus 0 you can ignore, because 0 subtracted or added to any number will give you number itself. Plus y2 here will be 0 minus 2 root 5. So 0 minus, I just left 0. Now if you take whole square, 2 twos are 4, minus 2 square will be plus 4, 5s are 20, plus this also will be 20, which is root 40. Here 4 times 10, which is 2 root 10 units. That means your right option is going to be your option number A. Now let us go for the next question. Again, it's a quadratic polynomial based question, polynomial chapter, where the zeros are given and you need to frame the quadratic polynomial. How do we do it here? If you remember the rule for question number here 14, we always take x square minus here sum of zeros x, plus here we take product of zeros, right? And zeros are given here. So I can take here x square minus 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 times x plus product of these two zeros. Now this becomes 0, so your x term will become 0, because 0 times x is 0. So your answer is x square minus 4 by 9. Now you can take here the LCM as 9, so it will be here 9x square minus 4 by 9. So 1 by 9 is common, it is 9x square minus 4 coefficient. So you'll get the. Now question number 15 here, if the value of each observation of statistical data is increased by 3, then the mean also will increases by 3. You have to remember, if it's getting subtracted, then the mean will get decreased by 3, right? Then after that, question number 16 is based on probability. What is written here? Probability of happening of an event is denoted by P, and probability of not happening is event denoted by P. The rule, you know this here. Probability of any event plus probability of not happening of that event is always 1. Now happening is P plus not happening is Q equals to 1. Number A is your right option. Now this is your question number 17. It says a girl calculates the probability her winning the prizes. So probability of winning is given as 0.08. Just do the multiplication. 0.08 times 6,000 to get it here. For 6,000, how many tickets did she buy? So its answer, you will get 480 tickets. So she bought 480 tickets out of 6,000. That's why you are getting here 0.08. So this option number C is the right option. Now next question, in a group of 20 people, five people can't swim. If one person is selected at a random, then probability he can swim. Now if 5 people can't swim, there are 15 people who can swim here, and the probability will be 15 by 20, so it is 3 by 4. Right, so the answer option number A is the right option. So all these last here 3 questions are based on probability. Next, assertion and reasoning question. It says point P comma 2 is the point of intersection on y-axis with the equation. So you can substitute this point on the equation, whether it's giving you it's true or false. So 3 times 0 plus 2y is 4, so 2y is 4y is equals to 2. So when x is 0, you are getting y as 2. So this is the true assertion is true. Now the reason, the distance of point 0 comma 2 from x axis is 2 unit. This is also true, but it is not explaining, because here it's nothing but the y-intercept, right? So we are not, this is, they both are true, but B reason is not the correct explanation. So option number B is the right option, right? Now next one, the last question here. The perimeter of triangle ABC is a rational number. So how to get the perimeter? You need to get the length of here AC, which is going to be, AC will be using Pythagoras theorem, 2 square plus 3 square, which is nothing but root 13. If root 13 is there, this is when you are taking the sum, it will be 5 plus root 13, and you know that sum of a rational and an irrational is always an irrational number. So your statement A is false. So automatically reason must be true, but you can check also the sum of square of two rational number is always a rational number. That is true, because when you take square, if it's a rational or irrational, it will become a rational number, and we always get a rational number. Because if there is a root a whole square will always become a, and a will be a rational number. Correct? So your reason is true, assertion is false. So assertion is false, reason is true. That means your option number D is the right option. So hope you got all these MCQ questions.
Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe. Also, keep practicing.